Hi and welcome to Discount Mayhem. It's Missy and today we're going to be making kombucha. We have a special starter kit from karmacultures.com that we're going to be using, so I hope you'll join me for some kombucha making. It should be a fun time. Alright, so welcome to my kitchen. First off, what we're going to do is go through what we're using, the tools that we're going to use today to actually make the kombucha. So let me turn you around and show you. Let's take a look at all the tools and why we need to use them. Now first off, we have a stainless steel pot. You want to make sure that there is never aluminum in any part of the process. Not for utensils, not for brewing, not for anything. You can use ceramic, glass, and wood for utensils and brewing vessels though. So what I am using today is stainless steel. We also have distilled water, both cold and room temperature. We have our amazing karmacultures.com jug that actually shows the temperatures as we go. Right now you can see it's highlighting 22 degrees in here. We also have vinegar to help sanitize. We have our wooden spoon, our strainer. We have a funnel. We also have a 1 cup measuring cup. We have the mesh lid, straw, pencil, and pH strip. All of these are so important. And Karma Cultures makes it really easy by giving us step 1 and step 2 right here. Of course, we have gloves and we have step-by-step instructions directly from karmaculture.com. And next we have the main ingredient, the SCOBY. The tea feeds the SCOBY, which is step 1, and then step 2 we add the sugar. So that is what we are using today. The next step after, we want to make sure to wash and sanitize everything. So I will talk about that next. Next, let's talk about keeping clean and safe and sanitizing so that you can make the best kombucha at home possible. Cleaning and sanitizing are something that commonly gets mixed up as the same thing, except it's not. So cleaning is just, scrubbing something well with soap and hot water. But sanitizing is decreasing the number of microorganisms on a cleaned surface. So the surface has already been cleaned. Now we want to remove microorganisms from it as much as possible. It's done through radiation, heat, or chemicals. At home, you can ensure there is no contamination by washing everything well with hot, soapy water, either in the sink or in the dishwasher. Obviously, don't burn yourself if it's in the sink. Rinse over and over to eliminate any soapy residue. You don't want any soapy residue getting inside of your batch. And finally, you want to do a final rinse with white vinegar and let air dry. Don't touch with a paper towel, just let it sit. And that's how you keep things clean. Also, make sure to wash your hands really, really well. You want to do it for about a minute. Take off those rings and scrub before you put on those gloves. That helps keep us having the best kombucha we can and no risk of mold, things like that. That will decrease if you take care. Now, what kinds of water do we want to use? I showed you distilled water. There are different types of water you can use, but there's some controversy on whether or not minerals help or hurt the kombucha. So I decided to play it safe with distilled water directly from the store. I got it at Metro. So you can choose what type of water you want to use. You can also experiment over time as you go, as you make more kombucha. See, once you have more SCOBY, what water works best for the taste that you want. All right, now let's get started. So luckily, Karma Culture sends you this awesome recipe card that gives you a step-by-step directions on what to do. So our first step to brew the tea is we need to heat 1 liter of water to just under boiling. Not quite boiling, but just under. And then add to the jar in small increments. I've actually taken the jar from Karma Cultures and I have cleaned it with hot soapy water and used vinegar as well to rinse it with, and I've rinsed it a ton of times. So that is all done, and we're going to go about adding the water now. 1 liter is about 4.2 cups. All right, so I've added my lime. And I will get it boiling. Now I should talk about what types of teas we can use. You probably want to go with black tea if you're just beginning, because black tea has the highest rate of success. So you can see the bottle is very warm. And we are going to add in the brew tea, which I've already opened up. It's the exact perfect amount that we need. And there we go. We're gonna brew some tea. Now we have to wait 5 to 10 minutes for it to brew, and we can use this handy dandy strainer that came with the kit to take it out. This is SCOBY. Its name actually is Cloud. It came to me with that name chosen for it, which I thought was very cute. And again, we have our utensils. These are everything that we need for the whole process. It's looking pretty good. We have the tea bags in there, the pre-measured tea bags that we put in. And now we want to take them out. So I'm going to use my strainer. And I want to be clear that I have sanitized this over and over. Just before I use this again, I did a quick wash with the vinegar over it just to sanitize it as much as possible. So we're going to use this to take out the tea bags. And you can leave it in for about 5 to 10 minutes. I left it in for a full 10. So that we're left with that. You can see the color, it's that nice amber color, that's what you're looking for. And we're going to add step 2, which is sugar. Now this is organic cane sugar, which is probably the type you want to use. Okay, so the sugar's in. And now, before I use my spoon, I'm gonna give it a quick one more rinse. I've already rinsed it just a minute ago with vinegar again, so I'm trying to be as sanitary as possible to use hot water to kill any extra bacteria. We want to stir till all the sugar has dissolved. It's like all the sugar has dissolved. So my next step is adding 2 liters of cold water, which I've had in my fridge. So you want to have 2 liters of cold water and let the thermometer on the jar read less than 26 degrees. So let's try that. This is the first cup. That is cup 4. So now what we want to do is 2 liters is 8.45 cups. So you want to do just under half of a cup, or you can measure it out however you wish. And there we go. So we have the tea in there, which is what feeds the SCOBY. And we have the sugar in it, which is what gives the SCOBY energy. So the tea feeds the SCOBY and the sugar gives it energy, kind of like the same as us. SCOBY again is symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. And if you look, we can see. Hopefully you can see on the camera. It says it has a bit of green around the 24. Oh, and it actually has gone down to 22, a blue around 22. So you want, the ideal temperature for kombucha is between 22 and 23. You want it to be under 26 degrees before you put the SCOBY in. But it'll tolerate anywhere between 18 and 26. Karma Cultures has found is 22 to 23 is the best temperature possible. So let's add the SCOBY. So what we want to do is add the entire contents of this. Okay, handy scissors. I want to make sure I open it very carefully because this is precious liquid and we don't want to lose it. Again, that is the SCOBY, the symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. This is what grows it, and his name is Cloud. So we'll be friends for a while. All right, so we want to add the entire contents of the SCOBY bag. Go slow, people. What's going on? Remember, sanitize your tools and always go slow. I've gotten a bit of a rush there. I was too excited about the SCOBY. Alright, so now we're left with this. Feels really cool. I would play with it if it wasn't the chance of cross-contamination because it's really neat. Alright, so Cloud, here you go in. In Cloud goes. There he is. He's in there. It's my little friend. He's floating towards the top. So we can see Cloud is having a good time up there. We're gonna actually measure the pH now. We're gonna measure the pH with this strip. You can see it's rather green. So as long as we're under 4, we're good. It looks like we're at a perfect, just under 4. If you are over 4, you can add a teaspoon of vinegar and then try again. One thing you want to do is taste your kombucha so that you have an idea of what it tastes like at day 1. So I'm going to taste it now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a regular spoon out with my wooden spoon. And then I'm going to scoop just a touch out. Just for a taste. It tastes very much just like tea. It doesn't really taste much like kombucha. I just get kind of like a tea flavor. It actually tastes pretty good right now. So the next step is we get to add this little hat. This helps prevent anything from getting in. On kombucha, you never want to put a solid lid on. You want something that's made of fabric that can breathe and let oxygen in. So we're gonna put him on. And then we have an elastic to prevent anything from coming in. So we securely have this on, and this is just an extra little bit to make sure he's safe. So now we can let him brew for 7 to 28 days, depending on what kind of taste you want. You want to store your kombucha in a dry place. You want to keep it around temperatures between 18 and 26. 22 to 23 is ideal. Remember, dark, dry place around those temperatures. Let it sit, and you want to taste it every few days to see how it's coming along. You could brew it for 7 to 28 days, and you want to make sure to check out www.karmacultures.com. They have some amazing stuff. They have, if you already brew, they have lots of equipment, everything you need. Everything came in this kit, and it was an amazing price. So you can also check out Discount Mayhem on Facebook. You just search Discount Mayhem, and you'll find me. I'll have links under this video as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll keep up with me while I make some amazing kombucha. Thank you. Bye.